Hello and welcome to in my interview with Seta. We're going to talk about the fact that all these Super Rugby players have to move around, or actually All Blacks, have to move around between all their different places and what that kind of means for them. So, welcome Seta, All Black, Super Rugby champion ×2, Mice 10 Cup champion, Barbarian. That's a pretty good resume.
Yeah, those teams are pretty special, like you just mentioned. And they're just pretty special to be part of them and to get the result. Because, yeah,
but is that you, or do you see yourself more as the sort of husband, good dad?
Yeah,
because you talk a lot about family.
I just had my first baby, so I'm trying to. I don't know what it's like to be a good dad, so I'm trying my best.
Oh, don't worry. I've got two girls, and we all make it up as we go along. I've seen some of your articles. The reasons that you've put in there is that family comes first, and that whilst it's nice to have those kind of achievements, that it feels like the dad, the husband, the family bit is the more important piece.
Yeah, like when you're young and you're not having a baby, then you just sort of just want to play good and you just want to achieve your goals and stuff. But now you got your family, you got a little, especially like our son. You got a son. You just want to make him proud and want to make him, a proud kid when he grows up, and he'll be able to see what his dad was like when he was playing rugby. So that's like it boosts me every time I go play rugby and stuff these days.
So do you strap up your arm and put his name on it or anything?
Yeah, strap his name. Just remind me he's watching. He's watching from home, so it's pretty special.
Oh, cool. So the way the season works here in New Zealand, because I've got quite a few people from overseas, is that basically from December through till around about July, you're with your Super Rugby team, and then from August through to November, you're with your, or through to October, you're with your with the Mice 10 Cup team. Now, your Super Rugby side obviously is the champions of Crusaders down in Christchurch, which is on the South Island, and your Mitre 10 is here in New Plymouth for Taranaki. So where's home?
I call Taranaki home. There's the reason why I call it home because they give me opportunities when the first time I turned up to New Zealand, when it was under Colin Cooper, he was coaching and really he was still playing that time, so he was my coach now. And I call Taranaki home now. I've been here for a while. This is Christchurch as well.
So do you own a house here and stuff, or do you?
Yeah, I got a house in New Plymouth. We just bought a house last year, so
cool.
Yeah, cool. That's why I bought a house here because I think later on, or maybe when I'm finished playing rugby, this probably home for me. I'll probably move back here one day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there you go. Taranaki, get it. Make a coaching space available. So when you were down in Christchurch, I guess you rent a place down there, or does the union help you?
We rent a place down there. It was just close to training. It was pretty handy. Just walk to training every morning. First meeting started at 9 o'clock. I woke up at 8:30. Just walk to training. It's like 2 minutes walk.
That's good. So there you go. Seta doesn't have a shower before going to training, so it might be a bit snowy. That's what we're learning here.
That's good.
So your partner and child move between the two locations as well, or does she?
Yeah, we all moving. This is the first time we live together in Christchurch.
Right.
He was born in Christchurch. He probably called home Christchurch later on, so that's why he's born here. And we all move around together as a family. It's good to have them to move down with me and live with me. Just the good thing about it, after a tough day, just sort of trying to switch off rugby a little bit, and you got your kid there to play with, so he sort of like switch you off from rugby and you just focus on him and just play it and make sure he's all good, he's happy.
Yeah, you say this is the first time you've lived together down there.
Yeah.
So before that, you had kind of like a long distance relationship going on and sort of Skyping every night and all that kind of stuff. Or
he stays with me before.
Well, he's born this year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just born this year.
Yeah, but
he's only like 4 months.
So say last year when you were down in Christchurch.
Yeah, we lived together.
You still live together there? Yeah. Okay, so she's still.
Manasa, Matai, and my nephew as well. So we all live together.
Yeah. Okay, and so I guess that causes. So I guess your partner can't have a job because she's moving around.
Yeah, she had a job because she's qualified nutritionist.
Ah, okay.
And she sort of she didn't do much down there. She's sort of just floating around and work from home sometimes, doing her own thing in the website. But she work at school as well. Work at school. One of the schools down there is just helping out little kids and stuff.
Yeah, it's just when you're having to move around like that, it can be very difficult for the not just for you, but also for the family as well.
Yeah.
And then to throw a spanner in the works, you don't necessarily know you're going to get selected for an All Blacks tour until the last minute, and so you have all your plans to move back to Taranaki like last year. And suddenly, you're off to Europe.
Last year was I got when I missed that, I sort of just for myself I didn't really gave up or anything. Just sort of just keep going.
Yep.
And I make sure I still enjoy my time playing rugby, because it's not long till someone else is going to come and take it away from me. So sort of when I missed out, I just it's happened. Like it's sports. I'm just going to keep playing for your club and make sure you're doing good.
You do, and I get that. But when you suddenly there's an injury, you get called up. Your partner's thinking, oh well, he's going to be with me for the next 2 months. We've got a wedding planned to go to. We have birthday parties, and suddenly you're like, oh sorry, I've got to pack my bags tonight. I'm going to Europe for a month.
Yeah, it's like it's tough. Like you can't actually, as a rugby player, I think, and if you're an All Black, some of the boys out there, they know what I'm talking about. You can't just book stuff in advance. You live your life like last minute to book a holiday, because you never know. Like last year when I was in the mix with the All Blacks, I couldn't make a plan. I'll make a plan, but I won't book the flight till I find out if I'm making it or not. So I just got to wait till later on.
So those of you who sort of book your flights and book your holidays 6 months in advance and get all those cheap deals, these guys can't do that. It's a different way of learning. And I guess part of the reason I do this is because I sit behind a desk 9 till 5 and just try to understand how you guys live your lives, because it is very different, to the way that we do that. So having to have 2 homes, can't book anything in advance, can't turn up for weddings or stuff. It's
tough life.
Do you live out of a suitcase, or how many suitcases do you have to move?
I got a couple, and because you sort of have to live 3 months, let's say 4 months in Christchurch, and now you have to move to France.
And is that one of the reasons for moving to France? Is that you actually be in the same house all year round, or and from the sort of the family side of things?
Yeah, maybe, because I got a newborn one now. Yep. So I heard a lot of stories about. I asked a few people about France and stuff, but the people they have family, and most of them talk about just the family time. They have heaps of family time over there.
Yep.
You can, because like when you play away, it's only like down the road, play the game, then fly back home or bus back home. So I think it's different from what we have in New Zealand. You have to go to Australia, and you have to go to South Africa for a week or something, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I think it's that's probably one of the main reasons. But
so if we're going to equate it, it seems like the rugby life is probably more like a travelling salesman.
Yeah.
The amount you actually see at home, as opposed to a normal average desk job. Because I mean, James Horwell, one of the things when he was captain of Australia, and he moved from being captain to play for Harlequins in London, and one of the things he said was the travel had just been too much for him, and he just wanted to actually know the colour of his front door. Yeah, basically.
Sort of travel is pretty tough, and you see that people start talking about the Super Rugby format, how they're playing, because the travelling and all that is actually tough. Mm-hmm. But some people talk about it, or maybe like last year when we went to South Africa in the final, we got told just wake up. If someone asks you, actually Scott Robinson come up and he said, I know it's tough. If you wake up in the morning and if your teammates ask you, how was your sleep? So pretend like you had a good sleep last night. You say, I'm all good. I had a good sleep last night. So we just sort of just like the mindset thing. You just don't have to think about it, or just always stay positive. And but like I said, it's pretty tough to travel and play.
And they do say that, I mean, obviously, rugby is about the top 6 inches. And you say about attitude and staying positive. So I mean, I was down at before the Manua 2 versus Waikato game, and afterwards, one of the local press paper guys was asking the Manua 2 coaches, "Oh, they've got much bigger resources than us, don't they?" And it's like, why? If you start down that road, you're just putting yourself in the back foot. You can't think about how what you haven't got. You've got to think about what you have got and move forward. That stuff. It's interesting that Scotty has said, no moaning.
No moaning. Yeah, it's probably
rule.
So if you woke up in the morning and someone asks you if you have a shit sleep last night, if you don't want to hear it, just say you're all good. And sort of like the next morning you turn up, I had a bit sleep, and my teammates, how was your sleep? It's awesome. I had a good sleep, but I didn't have a good sleep last night. That's good.
Some of the people have been saying actually they want less New Zealand derbies because of the intensity of the derbies, and so we're going off track now of what we'll talk about. But that obviously that means if you're going to be playing around robin, you have more trouble. So where do you sit on the fence on that one? Do you think the more derbies or more travel, which is the worst thing to have?
Travel would be good. Travel to different places, but it's both tough, like both parties. But man, they don't really want to play two New Zealand derbies twice. It's tough for myself. Like the first time I played the Chiefs was on Friday night.
Yep.
My body was still sore till Monday when I turned up for the training. So there's a lot of contact, and it's more like a test match when you play against New Zealand teams.
Okay.
Because everyone want to do good, want to prove a point.
So you'll find an extra level for the derbies as opposed to when you're playing, say, across in Australia.
It's both tough. I wouldn't say which one is good, but it's both. I'll say it's tough, but it can go either way.
From the fans' point of view, when I used to be on Liverpool Auckland last year or 2 years ago. I was a season ticket holder, and I'm like, what? I'm not going to get to see the Highlanders this year because we haven't got a home game. So, from a fan's point of view, I know I wanted the home and aways, but it's interesting hearing the players' side of it.
Yeah, that's probably as well. I was reason behind it. It's just tough. Like, and you look at it, the amount of injuries we have as New Zealand teams.
Yep.
It's not like the travel and going injured from South Africa or Australia. We have bad injuries in New Zealand when you play against each other. That's probably and Coops was saying, and Kieran Reid came out and talked about it, about the census thing they should change, but I think they should actually do something about it. I know it's not a good answer for both of them, but they should have come up with something. Yeah.
Well, you're not paid to come up with the answers. You're paid to play. That's the thing, and I'm not actually paid. I do this for free, but I do this for the opinions. But no, that's all good. I think I've actually covered off on the main things. So my parents actually live in France, so I think you're going to enjoy it.
After this.
So do you like your wine?
Yeah.
There's a lot of red wine down there.
That's good. It should be good.
Well, she's the nutritionist. She'll tell you how much you can drink.
Skin now. I'll come back overweight.
So there we go. So we need, not only do you need to keep a space open for coaching, but also larger jackets.
That's a good man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. Cheers, man. Have a good day.
You too.